my incredible speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs, business owners, and dreamers, really. Because if you haven't started yet, I am inspired to persuade you and allow you the ability to start today. You can allow yourself to step into something new today, right now. There's no reason to wait. There are a lot of reasons why we don't do things in the present or when we are moved to do them. And we feel super inspired and very confident at the start of things. If you're at all like me, you get excited, you have an idea, you have an inspiration, you know and realize that you know something that someone else might not know or think of in the way that you do. And your momentum and your adrenaline is pumping, and then you let it fizzle. You let it settle. You don't write it down. You don't record it. You don't take a step toward it. And you just notice it deflates. And what happens is that the habit of not starting is actually a form of self-sabotaging, but no more. No more. We are here together today. I want to start with a beautiful quote by Pema Chodron. We are speaking about the difference today between talking and speaking. And this quote resonated with me, and it says, if we learn to open our hearts, anyone, including people who drive us crazy, can be our teacher. I came to know that people that drove me crazy or that I drove crazy were holding up a mirror of one of my blind spots for me to see. Now, that may not always be the case, but I'm here to tell you, believe it or not, 9 out of 10 times it is. If you drive someone crazy or someone drives you crazy, there's a message and a lesson wrapped in that. This is what I came to know. I could tell you a lot of stories about times when this happened, and there's one in particular at Ballet Hispanico of New York. There was this fiery, fierce dancer, and she was really young black woman, incredibly long arms and legs, and she just went for things. Like, talk about holding nothing back. She was just all in, and she was clean and sharp in dance. It means like you hit the movement, you extend it, you're on the music, you know what you're doing, and you are confidently taking things to the edge. And I was more cautious. I was, shocking, right? A bit of a Pollyanna. I wanted to do things right. I wanted it to be pleasing to the director, the choreographer, the company members. I tended to look over my shoulder for validation, for affirmation, for permission, rather than inside early in my career. And this woman called me on it. She was like, you need to quit being such a goody two-shoes. And that hurt a little. But as we worked more together and as she learned from me and I learned from her, it was this idea that a lot of teachers and choreographers would say, if I could put that person's feet, that person's arms, that person's attitude, this one's musicality all together, I would have a super prima ballerina assoluta of the world. I would have a Misty Copeland, basically. She is that. But anyway, I digress, because today this is important for you as the next step, as day 2 of how you build a business speaking. And what that means, I could talk, right? I was just talking with you, having a conversation, sharing a story, and it could have little to no impact. I pride myself in not doing that. I prepare myself so when I come to you, I bring as much value as I possibly can in that moment. It's my best at that moment. And in speaking, that is important. But how do we get there? So I'm looking here at my notes to make sure I bring you the nitty-gritty of today, which is that you define your unique brilliance. What separates you from others? Now, that doesn't mean there's no one else with those talents, gifts, and abilities, but there's no one else with it that is you. In other words, defining what that is in you allows you to do you really well. You have heard me time and again allude to the actress Julia Roberts. And from Mystic Pizza to Pretty Woman to on, she is known for her hair, her look, her energy, her playfulness, and her laughter. She is known for being in character and still having the essence. This is what I believe, what I observe of Julia. And so people can criticize that in the performing arts in particular and say, well, she just plays herself over and over. He just does the same character over and over. I'm thinking right now of Stanley Tucci. If you haven't seen Searching for Italy on CNN, watch it and then make some Italian food, even if it's 10 p.m. But even in that show, where it's more of a docu-film style travel and food show, you could see why he plays the quirky, fastidious characters that he has in his films. So that's you. You want to find the quirky, the differentiator, the thing that is really, truly you. And there's a few ways to do that I'm going to give you. One, people don't always agree with personality archetype tests, but they exist for a reason. And I think where we drop the ball and we think that they're putting people in a box is that we don't unpack them. We don't unpack them as far as what about this information is liberating? What about it helps me embrace the way I behave and who I am and who am I becoming? What limiting ideas or behaviors is this result teaching me about myself? And what can I do about that that may empower me to lead and to speak and to have positive impact? So if you take the Myers-Briggs or a DISC profile or umpteen of these assessments, I highly recommend that you ask me or someone certified in these to unpack the results with you. It is extremely enlightening. It is empowering. I am an ENFP. You can look up all the details, but basically, in a nutshell, you could call me a campaigner. I am extroverted most of the time. Now I call myself an ambivert because as I mature, I need the time alone to regroup, and I love my alone time. But I was always, without clear intention to be, I was the life of the party. At corporate parties back in the day, my husband's colleagues and even the higher ups in the company would say to him, well, after your wife has had a drink or two, would she start the dancing? Like, I don't want to put her on the spot, and my husband would say, well, she doesn't drink much, but she'll be happy to start the dancing. So I bring an energy where I persuade other people to do something and have fun doing it, have a good time. So it's good to know this because also it can be off-putting to people who are more analytic, more introverted. If I don't temper my zeal, not that I'm not myself or that I am faking, but if I don't seek for an energy within to connect with a person who my initial bombastic dynamic energy might be off-putting to, I am cutting the ties, the connection that I might have with people that will be great teachers because they're my polar opposites, or at least they bring something, a yin to my yang. You get the idea. So you want to first find that out about yourself. Another fun way to do that is ask trusted individuals, friends, colleagues, family members, but people you know have love and kindness in their heart for you, to describe you, to give you the adjectives, the words. Some of my words are bold, brilliant, thoughtful, generous, and to have the confidence to share those and not feel like it's immodest. Think of it as interesting information. I have often enjoyed a quote that I will paraphrase: not to let the accolades or the criticisms and naysayers, not to let either one make you exert yourself to be something you're not. In other words, you can be in the middle place and unfazed by that. It's a place of internal confidence as opposed to false confidence or ego. So this is about knowing your unique brilliance. The next step for today, and if you have questions on that, place them later in the comments, hashtag replay when you watch the class. But you're going to either reach out to me. You can reach out to me through private message, since I will be posting this on Facebook, and you can get on my schedule for a free strategy and breakthrough call where we will decide if you would like me to put you through an instrument, or if you're going to do it on your own somehow. I do have really economical ways to get you through one of the instruments, and even though they're catching a lot of flack lately that it locks people in, the way that I debrief it with you is unique, and it will allow you to use this to enhance your superpowers and to understand your unique brilliance. And then the other assignment is that you literally text, make a call, drop an email that says, I would love for you to describe what you see as my unique brilliance, how you see me as a professional, as a woman, as a man, as a friend, as a colleague, and allow people to do that. They will be honest. If they're people that know that you trust them, they will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly in a kind manner. And then that is one person's opinion. So you want to do about 5 people, even 5 to 7 just came to my mind to get that. The next thing I want to cover today is the specific tenet of your business, of your career, of your life, right? You want to focus on something, whether it's from a marketing aspect, from a relationship building intention, from operations. What is it that you focus on? Who are you going to cater to? I am speaking directly to you. I'm speaking a lot to women who are so gifted, talented, educated, prepared, and accomplished. They are high achievers. You are high achievers, and maybe you don't see yourself shining your very brightest, boldly, brilliantly, thoughtfully, and generously. Maybe you're just hiding a little bit. You are afraid to step into your full light, your full presence. And if you're not afraid anymore, I'm helping you kind of narrow in. They say the riches are in the niches. And let me tell you how long I resisted that. So who are you catering to? Who are you speaking to? Individuals, companies, maybe both. Maybe the message gets tweaked in different environments that you decide to speak up in. And so no matter where you want to focus, remember you have 2 requirements. The first is that your message is somehow unique. So what is unique about my message? The vision, the big vision, is for women in particular, worldwide, to be emotionally and economically, financially free. My belief is that women with freedom, women expanding themselves to soar, are the change, the positive change, the change that is so needed in the world. For women to be safe, secure, liberated of what holds them back, and free to express yourself fully and hold nothing back. And so the very first keynote I gave, I decided to focus on 3 tenets of full leadership, where you bring your whole self. And they were ones from feminine energy. And they were love, clarity, and persistence and perseverance. Think about it. It's that motherly energy. So what is your message? First and foremost, get clear. And now I've honed in on the fact that I know that speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs, business owners are trying to do all the things and be everywhere and get everything accomplished. And it's a lot of doing and not enough being in the moment, being present, being you. And so with that in mind, I have gotten to this point of, I know for certain, because I have done it and am doing it, that you can build an impactful, fun, effective, and profitable business by speaking up, by clearly stating yourself, your beliefs, and your unique twist on that information, by describing what makes your product or service a disruptor in the industry, so that you are not only visible and vocal, but you are vital to the industry that you have chosen to be in. And the key is to getting others to see why your message or your product is unique and important. why you as a speaker are different from others, and sharing that message with the correct audience. Not that there's a right or wrong, but with the specific, that's a better word, with the specific audience. So those are your 2 steps today. Terrific Tuesday to build your business speaking. Spend time reflecting and writing and clarifying your unique brilliance, what separates you from others, and then deciding who specifically, someone that you are going to share this with that will become someone's, the persons that are out there, and they are really waiting just for you or just for me. There is space and time and energy and abundant resources for all of us. And together we rise, together we grow, together we create purposefully and with power the life, career, business, the whole self that we are becoming. So get to work, reach out to me, another professional if you are already working with someone, to find out more about yourself and then to clarify your message. First, you want it to be unique to you somehow. And second, you want to convince, persuade, make understood why you believe this so strongly, why you are creating this on purpose, and what about it is so important for the person who is interested or who you are now making interested in this. So that is your master moment for today. These are under 30 minutes, and I love that because it makes it known that you are on task and I am clear with instruction. But now the important thing is not knowing this, but what you're going to put into action about it. With that, I will leave you with a couple of things that I want you to participate in besides the masterclass, in addition to the masterclass. Every second Saturday, I have the Binge Readers Book Club, where we take personal and professional development books to a whole new level. We discuss them in a safe forum in a deeper way, and we decide that we want to be held accountable to particular actions from something we have learned. We dug deep for a couple of months into the Confidence Code. We have now moved into Tribes by Seth Godin. Why We Need You to Lead Us Now is his subtitle. Hope I'm getting that exactly right, but if not, you'll forgive me. And this is an amazing book that ties into Build Your Business Speaking. It ties into my signature offering of master authentic confidence and communication that connects and converts. You might want to get your message to the masses, to millions, maybe billions. But even with 1,000 people, you can create success for yourself and for others. So either get started, dig deeper, or up level starting today. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the 3rd masterclass on Build Your Business Speaking. I am so happy that you are following me, that you are connected with your mission and vision, and that you are now diving in to these 5 days. See you tomorrow. Make it a terrific and wonderful and fun Tuesday. See you soon. Bye.